It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Browns' creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taking in at the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. So fourth down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. The Browns had 13-2 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, good start for him in this one here in the first quarter. And he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After a one-point game, 7-6. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second and 9 now. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second and 4. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run on the draw. Taken down at the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw here. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second and 1. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. If we see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Looking to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So fourth down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Rodgers. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Now left side on the swing pass. There they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because it didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Hands it off out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this a 39-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So now the Browns down by 13. 43 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Ravens, they get a 6th win of the season to go with their 10 losses.